This is the video for exercise 14B in Getting to Know ArcGIS for Desktop, 3rd edition. We're on page 468. And I'm not going to open map 14B because it's just what I still have here from 14A. And now we've got this file over here. Let's open this folder up again. We get this thing called an address locator. And what we need to do is we need to tell ArcMap to use the address locator here to create a layer with dots for the customers that are over here. And there are a couple of things in this chapter that didn't seem to work quite right. I'm not sure if that's an error or not, but I couldn't get them to work, and it turns out it doesn't matter whether they work or not. So I'm going to skip a few things here. We want to go to our customize. I'm on number 2 on page 469. We want to go to customize here. And we want toolbars, and we want our geocoding toolbar. We're going to be doing some geocoding now. And if we click on the down arrow here, we will get a list of some geocode address selectors, and the one that we just did is right here, so we don't have to go look for it. So we want to make sure we select that. And now we're going to skip a few things here, and we're going to go to this little mailbox icon, which is on page 473. Okay, so this is number 12 on page 473. So click on that mailbox icon, and now let's go to page 474, and we're going to click on OK here. Okay, and now we're going to get this dialog box here, which should match the one on the top of page 474. And the address table where we're looking stuff up from is customers, and it happens to be a comma separated values file, CSV file. And so that's referring to this file right here. And the only thing, I did not have a city or a state in there, remember, I just had an address and a zip. And so it's looking, it wants me to tell it what the input fields are that I'm trying to use to locate their position on the map. And so it's going to be address and it's going to be zip. And now we want to go to, it wants to know where are we going to put the shapefile, the feature class, the dots that represent the customers. And I want to put them over here in my 14A data, so I'm going to have to do a bit of searching here. Let's go back, and I think I might be able to get it a little faster this way. And let me see, I want to go to computer, and I want to go to the C drive, and I want to go to SRepress, and I want to go to Getting to Know ArcGIS, and I want to go to chapter 14, and I want to go to 14B and click on OK. And by default, so it's already got this stuff there. By default, it's got it's going to name this geocoding result. Well, I don't want to call it geocoding result. That's just, you know, too generic. So I want to call this business, and I don't know if he has to change that or not. Let me see. We are on. It says call it geocode 1. Well, I'm not going to call it geocode 1. I'm going to call it business shape. This is number 15. Now click on save, and now what we want to do is click on OK, and it will begin the geocoding process. And there was only 16 records out there, so it happened very quickly. If you've got a really big file, you may have to sit here and watch it chug away sometimes. And it looks like it was able to find 13 locations, 3 locations it was unable to match. And we're going to just go ahead and close that now. And now let's take a look. We have a layer added over here, and I said call it business addresses, and so that's what it is. And probably should call the customer addresses maybe. Let's right click on that, and where's the rename option here? Okay, I'm not seeing rename here, but maybe under properties, but well, I will skip it for now. And I've got a little green dot here, and that's the default that I got, and it's kind of a dark green, and I'm going to make it, okay, now I don't want it that big, that would be huge. I'm going to make it same size as it was before, and I'm going to set it to a different color though. Let's do red, and click on OK, and well, that's interesting. I left it the same size, and now the dots are smaller. So let's go in here and try 7 and click on OK, and that's not too bad. Okay, so now, if we go and click on our list by drawing order, now it will just show us the layers here. And if I turn off the interstates, the red line should go away there. If I turn off the Atlanta zip codes, that should go away. And now what I'm left with is just the streets. And if I turn that off, I'm left with one layer here, and that is the geocoding result. And I'm not sure why I've got a few names and zip code numbers on here. I'm not going to worry about it. It's possible those symbols were added. Let me see. No. But basically what I'm left with here is I'm left with the dots, and that shows me what was created in this layer right here, and that takes us to the end of 14B. So we'll finish up with 14C in the next video.